Hello everyone, how are you all? This is your Vinita. Welcome back to Vinita Online Nursing Classes. As a part of our classes, today we are going to discuss the new theory that is self care deficit theory of nursing. This theory was given by the theorist's name is Dorothea Oram. Okay, she is the theorist. She has given the theory that is the self care deficit theory of nursing. Let's see biography or biographical sketch of the theorist means biographical sketch of the Oram. Dorothea Oram was born in Baltimore in the year 1914 and she's having one of the qualification that is she is having the American's foremost nursing theorist. She began her nursing career at Providence Hospital School of Nursing in Washington, D.C. And also, she was earned her Bachelor of Science in Nursing Education in the year 1939 and Master of Science in Nursing in 1945. Bachelor of Science of Nursing she was finished in the year 1939 and Master of Nursing she was finished in the year 1945. And after finishing the bachelor and the master's of degree, immediately this theorist Dorothea Oram, she has received honorary Doctor of Science degree in 1976. Okay, then the Doctor of Human Letters in the 1988 Illinois Wesleyan University, Bloomington, Illinois. Okay, and Doctor of Nursing honoris causa, University of Surrey, Columbia. She has a member of curriculum subcommittee at Catholic University. Along with that, recognize the need to continue in developing a conceptualization of different types of the nursing practices and the professionals. The published first formal articulation of her ideas in nursing is the concepts of practice in 1971. What she has published? She has published the practice concepts of practice in the year 1971, and secondly she was published in the year 1980, and finally she was published in the year 1995. Okay, these are the biographical sketch of our theories, that is Dorothea Oram. Okay, let's say what are the awards and the honors for this theorist, self-care deficit theory, who was discovered by her, that is Dorothea Oram. What was her awards and the honors? There are the two awards she was gained, that is first one is the American Alumni Achievement Award. This award was given by Catholic University regarding the nursing theory in the year 1980. Okay, then and also she has received one more award, that is Linda Richards. Okay, Richards Award. Here spelling mistake, RI. Linda Richards Award she was received from the National League for Nursing in the year 1991. So in the 1980 she was received the first award, that is the American Alumni Achievement Award, and in 1991 she was received the second award, that is Linda Richards Award. And also there is a one of the honorary fellow of American Academic Nursing in the year 1992. Also she was received such kind of the honorary fellow from the American Academy of Nursing. Got it? These are the awards and the honors of this theory. Coming to the development of theory, how this type of the development, this theory has been developed. Here let's see, the Oram model of nursing was developed between 1959 and 2001. When it was developed, it was developed between the 1959 and 2001 by Dorothea Oram, is also known as the self-care model of nursing. The main model, the Oram model of this nursing, was when it was developed in the year 1959 to 2001 by the theorist Dorothea Oram. That is known as what model she has developed. That model we used to call it as a a self-care model of nursing, and especially it is particularly used in the rehabilitation and also the primary care settings where the patient is encouraged to be as independent as possible. And also during in the year 1949 to 1957, this theorist Oram worked for the division of hospitals and also many of the institutional services of the Indian State Board of Health. There she was worked and asked the questions and did not have any answer because she had no conceptualization of nursing. There she noted an Indian university that nurses had difficulty in articulating needs, especially in the hospital administrations in the facing of demands which is made upon them like regarding such issues lengthy of staying and scheduling admissions and the discharge. Here she was observed those all like how the nurses has been facing the difficulties, so how the nurses has been going through she was observed, and at last her goal was for what is her goal is mainly to upgrade the quality of nursing in general and the general hospitals. First, the upgrading of the nursing practices should be in a general nursing care, and throughout overall that state, the upgrading should be developed. And during that time, between the 1949 to 1957, her concept, Oram's nursing concept of practice was first published in the year 1971, and also subsequently in the 1980, in the 1985, 1991, 1995 and the 2001. So here from the 1949 to 1959 to till the 2001 she has been published the different types of the concepts towards the nursing practices, and at last she also continued to develop her theory after her retirement also. So in 1984, so see here she was started in the year 1959 to 2001. So in between 1959 to 2001 she was published many type of the like nursing concepts. So even though not only during her working period, even though when she has got retired, then also she is going to establish different types of the concepts towards the nursing practices. Okay, this is the development of this theory. Then coming to the here, you see this theory mainly it is particularly used in rehabilitations. This how we can able to develop this kind of the theory in the years. We have seen many years she has worked towards the nursing practices. This theory was developed, upgraded for the nursing practices. Here mainly this theory, self-care deficit theory, was particularly used in rehabilitation and primary care settings, like where the patient is encouraged to be as independent as possible. Okay, where you see generally the patient will be feeling independently, to live independently, to make the patient encourageable, like encouraging the patient to be as independent as possible. Here this type of the theory which is used like a rehabilitation and the primary care settings for the patients. Okay, then let's see the domain concepts of this theory. See from 2 days from previous classes also we have been discussed that there are the 4 concepts, the same concepts were repeating. Here also the same concept, the major concepts in this Oram theory is, first one is person, second one is environment, and third one is health, and the fourth one is nursing. Okay, let's see one by one. Here the major concepts in the theory is, the first one is the person. Like for each and every, to perform the nursing practices, nursing professional public practices, we need the person to like encourage the patient, to treat the patient, to give proper care to the patient. So here the person has the capacity to reflect, symbolize and also use symbols, conceptualized as a total being with the universal and developmental needs according to the capable of continuous self-care, like a unity which can be functioning biologically, symbolically or socially. Got it? So here according to the Oram, she has given one of the meaning for the person. What is the exact meaning for the person which was used in the which were coming under these type of the concepts? That is, person is an integrated whole composed of an internal, physical, psychological and social nature with varying degrees of self-care abilities. Got it? Here, yes, we are the persons. We are having the different types of the natures. We are having with the composed of internal physical nature will be there, psychological nature, and the social nature, biological nature, that will be varying, showing the degrees in the self-care ability. Got it? So according to the Oram, she has also found that the person is having the different varying different methods in the performing in that showing the degrees of self-care ability. Got it? Here, according to the Oram's theory, the person is who, according to the Oram theory, the person is first one, recipient, the recipient of nursing care, and second one is a being who functions biologically, the person who functions biologically, symbolically, and like socially. Okay, then third one is person has the potential for learning and development. Yes or no? Agree for that? Yes, person is having the capacity, potential for learning and development for each and every concept. And also the person is subject to the forces of nature. And fifth one is self knowledge. Person has having the capacity for self knowledge. And the last one is the person can learn to make the self care needs, like self care requisites the person can able to meet. Okay, these are the like concepts. What is the concept of the person which was given by the according to the Oram's theory. Got it? Then the second one is the environment. So generally you know that environment means components or like environmental factors and the environmental elements, conditions, and the developmental of the environmental factors which we are living in the like society or the environment. Got it? That is the second concept of this Dorothea Oram theory. Then coming to the third one, health. Health and the healthy are the terms which are always used to describe like living things. Health is a state of physical, mental, social, and well-being, as well as sexual well-being, not merely on the absence of any disease or infirmity. Like if the person how we can able to state the person that he is a well-being. So if the person is having the physically well, mentally well, sexually well, socially well, and the secularly well, then we can able to say the person is a completely healthy well-being. Like it is a state of well-being which refers to the person's perceived conditions of existence characterized by like experiences of contentment, pleasure, happiness, and moment towards the self ideals also, and continuing the personalizations. Okay, these all are coming under the third concept of Oram's theory. Okay, that is the health. Then coming to the fourth one is nursing. Okay, we know that nursing is an unique function. It is an art through which the practitioner of nursing gives like specialized assistance, especially for the persons with the disabilities of such a character that greater than ordinary assistance, especially that is necessary to meet the nursing services or the care, especially for the meeting of daily needs for self-care, and also to intelligently participate in the medical care that they are receiving from the physicians. Okay, so how the nursing care will be provided? According to the physician order, the nursing care will be provided for the patients and making the physically, mentally, socially making a person as a state of well-being. Got it? These are the four concepts of Oram's theory. Then let's see what are the goals of nursing. We have seen according to the Oram's theory, the what is the person is the person as identified like recipient of nursing care, learning and development, forces of nature, self knowledge, and self care needs. Here what are the goals of nursing? So here there are the some goals for the nursing is there. The first one is like to render the patient or members for his family like capable of meeting the patient's self care needs. So to rendering the patient, especially for the meeting the patient's self-care needs. Coming to the second one, that is to maintain a state of health. Yes or no? What is our goal? To maintain a good health, to maintain a good normal state of health, and making the person as a state of well-being. And the third one is to regain normal or near normal state of health in the event of any disease or any injury. We are making our profession, our practices to regain the normal state of the health condition of the client. Then coming to the fourth one, to stabilize, control or minimize, especially these three will be useful in the effects of chronic poor health or any type of the disabilities. Got it? These are the goals of nursing care in the Orum's theory. Then let's see the major assumptions. Okay, the major assumptions, especially here there are the different types of the assumptions. The Orum has been identified the 5 premises underlying the general theory of nursing. First one is human beings require continuous deliberate, okay, here deliberate inputs to themselves, especially and their environments, to remain alive and the function in accordance with the natural human endowments or the endors or withdrawal. Okay, then second one is the human agency. The power to act like deliberately is exercised in the form of care of self and also others in identifying the needs and making the especially input of their needs. Okay, then the third one is mature human beings experiences privations in the form of the mature human beings experiences privations, that means in the form of limitations of actions and care for self and also the others will be involving and making of life sustaining, especially in function and the regulation of inputs. Okay, then coming to the fourth one, human agency is exercised in discovering and developmenting or developing, and also not only here discovering and the developing the agencies exercise, that should be also transmitting ways, which means to identify the needs and also inputs all the self and also the others. And the fifth one is allocate responsibility for the providing care, means that group of human beings involving in this involving the different types of the group of people with the structured relationship. So I told, as we have discussed in the previous class, interpersonal relationship. So with the planned structured relationship we can able to involve the group of human beings. So by that the clustered task and the allocating responsibilities for them, especially providing care to group members who experience privations for making required like deliberate inputs to self and also the others. Got it? These are the 5 assumptions, major assumptions which were used in the Orum's theory. Okay, then let's see Orum's general theory of nursing. Okay, here there is this theory was used in the generally used in the nursing. It can be easily understood in the 3 related parts. Okay, first one is theory of self-care, second one is theory of self-care deficit, and the third one is theory of nursing system. Okay, see, these Orum's general theory of nursing has been especially utilized in the 3 parts. First one is self-care, then self-care deficit, then nursing system. Let's see one by one. Okay, the first one is theory of self-care. Especially this theory will be describing why and how people care of themselves, means how the people were taking care of them and why the people are taking care of them, what is the use of taking care, self-care. So here this theory will be showing, describing the exact care of the people, how they were taking by themselves, why they were taking by themselves. This theory will be showing. Okay, then here there are the self-care. Under this theory of self-care there are the different types of the steps. First one is the self-care. So what do you mean by self-care, like performances of activities. So we are performing daily activities by our own, means self-care. The performances of activities like that individuals initiate and perform on their behalf of to maintain life, health and the well-being. So here why we are performing the activities, behalf of to maintain the healthy and the life and the well-being of our state. Got it? Then coming to the self-care agencies. Self-care agency means ability for engaging self-care, like it is one of the complex human ability which is having the ability for engaging in self-care and conditional by age, developmental state like life experiences or the any type of the socio-cultural orientation, health and any available resources. Mainly these will be having the self-care agencies. By these, according to the age or the developmental stage or the life experiences, the person is having the ability to engage his a care by himself. Got it? Under the self-care agencies there are the two agents, okay, that is the self-care agent and the dependent care agent. Okay, here self-care agent means the person who provides the self-care. Yes, no, we are doing our own care, we are taking our own care regarding the health, so that is the self-care agent. Coming to the dependent care agent means person other than the individual who provides the care, like such as a parent or the mother or the father or someone else, spouse or anyone else other than the individual who are going to provide you the care, that is called as a dependent care agent. Got it? These are the some terms which were some agents which were used in the first part of Orum's general theory of nursing, that is theory of self-care. Okay, then let's see. Under the first, we are discussing the first one only, don't be confused. That is the first one is the theory of self-care. Okay, we are discussing the theory of self-care only. The therapeutic self-care demand. So this is also one of the like a part which will be coming under the first part, that is the theory of self-care. Therapeutic self-care demand means there is a highly demanding, highly showable of the demand towards the self-care, like totality of self. So here correct the spelling mistake, self, okay, self. Self-care actions to be performed for some duration in order to meet self-care requisites by using valid methods and related sets of operations and actions. Okay, here totality, total of care actions that will be performed especially during such kind of the durations, that mainly whatever the methods or the actions that are going to perform, that should be used by the exact valid methods which will be having the related to the different types of the operations and also the actions. So these therapeutic self-care demand especially like it many times it describes different types of the factors in the patient or the environment. Okay, factors and also the environment, that will be environment that must be held steady because it has no degree of effectiveness, especially in the controlling patient for the environmental factors. Got it? This is the first part of theory of nursing, that is theory of self-care. Okay, then the second one is the self-care requisites. So here self-care requisites means like reasons for which self-care is done. Like this type of the theory will be expressing that it is intended or the desired results will be like obtaining. These self-care requisites are categorized into the three categories. First one is the universal self-care requisites, and second one is the developmental self-care requisites, and the third one is the health deviation self-care requisites. Okay, let's see one by one. Okay, first one is, okay, generally like self-care requisites especially in the building of desired results, expressing in the desired results. Let's see first one, universal self-care requisites. Here these self-care requisites universally require the goals which are to be met through self-care or any type of the dependent care. These have their origin in which or in what it is validated or what it is in the process of being validated about human structure and also the functional integrity at different types of the various stages of life cycle. Like in this there are the mainly these type of the universal self-care requisites are associated with the life processes. Okay, it is associated with the life processes and also maintenance of integrity of the human structure and functioning common to like all the all the activities in this universal self-care requisites. There are the common six self-care requisites for all the men and for all the women and all the children. First one is maintenance of sufficient intake of air and the water and the food, and also the provision of care associated with the elimination process and also the excretion, and balance between the activity. Okay, here we used to see the balance between the activity and the rest, and balance between the solitude and the social interaction, and prevention of any hazards to human life well-being, and also promotion of human functioning. We used to observe all these type of the activities which will be coming under the universal self-care requisites, like accordance with the human potential, human limitations, that especially desired to be normal. Okay, then that is the first requisite. Coming to the second one is the developmental self-care requisite. Here developmental self-care requisite mainly promotes the processes for the life and maturation, especially in the prevent the conditions deleterious or to main maturation, or those that mitigate like different types of the effects. In these type of the self-care requisites are associated with the developmental processes which are derived from the conditions or associated with an any event, like example adjusting to any job, adjusting to a different types of the body changes, got it, like activity changes, posture changes. So here the developmental self requisite will be focusing on the different types of the mitigating effects. Okay, then coming to the third one, health deviation self-care requisites. So here these self requisites especially required in the conditions of illness, injury or the disease. Okay, got it. So here directly they are focusing on the human structure. Here directly like what are the effects, mitigation of the effects. Then deviation here focusing on the illness, injury and the diseases. So there are the some of the following points which will be coming under these health deviation self-care requisites, or like seeking and securing appropriate medical assistance, being aware of and attending to the effects and the results of pathological conditions, effectively carrying out medically prescribed measures, and modifying like self concepts, like in accepting oneself as being in a particular state of any health or in any specific form of the health care. So that will be learning to the love or live with the effects of the pathological conditions, got it. So here already the person is having the conditions of the illness, injury or the disease, so that he is going to seek and securing the appropriate medical like assistance, and being aware of the hospital, and being like learning to live with the effects of the pathological condition. So here the person is trying to follow the forms of the health care, got it. So these are the self-care requisites. This is the second type of Orum's theory of nursing. Then coming to the third one, that is the theory of self-care deficit. Okay, here theory of self-care deficit, especially like the central idea of this theory of self-care deficient is that requirements of the person, especially for the nursing, who are associated with the subjectivity of mature and the maturing persons to the health related actions and the limitations. These limitations which will be rendering partially or the completely but unable to know existing like emergency care, partially or the completely knowing to the existing, and requisites for the regulatory care. It especially this theory of self-care deficit will be specifying the when nursing is needed, so that the nursing is required when an adult, for in the case of any dependent like the parent, is an incapable or limited in the provision of any continuous effective like different types of the self-care activities. So here, so this is the definition or the meaning of the self-care deficit. Here self-care deficit is the term that expresses the relation between the action capabilities of individual and the demands of self-care. So what it is expressing, it is expressing the relationship between the action capabilities and the individuals of their demands of regarding the self-care. So we used to call it as such kind of an abstract concepts, or which provides a guide for the different types of the selection of methods, or for helping and understanding patient's role in the self-care. Like we know that nursing is an odd unique function which helping in the need of the client. So according to the Oram, so here nursing is required when an adult or in the case of any dependent or the parent that is having the incapable or the limited in the provision of any continuous effective self-care. Okay, got it. This is the theory of self-care. Also here Oram identifies 5 methods of helping. In this theory of self-care deficit, the Oram, Dorothea Oram, she has identified different types of method, that is the majorly 5 types of the methods in the helping of others, that is acting for and doing for others and guiding others, supporting another, providing an environment, promoting personal development and teaching. So first, as a nurse we have to guide for others and support one another, providing a good environment, and also not only providing the good environment, even though we have to promote the personal development, like the person may feel, we have to encourage the person that he have to feel, share his feelings, his emotions, his like here personal development, promoting the personal development, and also teachings, like whatever we are going to teach, health teachings or the health guidance for the patient, that should be given. So here this she has identified the 5 methods of helping. Okay, got it. Then third one is theory of nursing systems. Okay, theory of nursing systems, like generally it describes how the patient's self-care needs will be met by the nurse and the patient or the both. So nursing system, we are calling the meaning, the word itself shows the exact meaning. That means it describes how the patient's self-care and needs either that will be met by the nurse or the patient, or both the nurse and the patient. These theory of nursing systems especially purposes in the human actions, nursing systems or the action systems, which was formed by the nurses through the exercises of the nursing agencies for the persons with health or deviated or any health type of associated limitations in the self-care. Here also, under this theory of nursing system, the Oram identify 3 classifications according to the nursing system, especially for the meeting the self-care requisites of the patient. That is, the first one is wholly compensatory system, and second one is the partly compensatory system, and third one is supportive educative system. Okay, here just only means completely the system will be working, partly means only partially the nursing system is working through the patient. Then supportive educative system means the nurses who are going to give a supportive and education system for the patient. Okay, let's discuss one by one. First one is like only compensatory system. Under these, especially the nurse's action is to accomplish patient's therapeutic self-care and also compensates for the patient's inability. What the nurse should be compensates. So here compensates for the patient's inability, like in the performing of self-care support and the protecting the patients. And also a patient self-care agency is also like so limited in this system, only compensatory system, like whether he or she will be depending on others for well-being, and that is made that is unable to engage in any form of action. For example, coma or unconscious. So here the patient is depending upon others, so for that well-being, and it is unable to engage in any form of action. Got it? That is the wholly compensatory system. Coming to the in the only compensatory, here only the nurses will be accomplishes the patient's therapeutic care, patient's therapeutic self-care, and compensate for the patient's inability to engage in self-care and supports and protects the patient. Got it? These are the major 3 points, 3 works which will be done by the nurses. Then coming to the second one, that is the partly compensatory system. So here partly compensatory system, like here a patient can meet some type of the self-care requisites but needs a nurse to help meet others. Here the patient will be having he can able to perform some type of the self-care requisite, but even though performing the self-care needs, he or she needs the nurse to meet others. Either the nurse or the patient have the major role in the performance of the self-care. Okay, so here under. So here see, wholly compensatory system, first one to accomplish the patient therapeutic self care, compensate for patient's inability to perform self care and support the protect the patient. Okay, these are we have discussed in the first step, only compensatory system. Then here in partly compensatory system, the nurses actions were there. First one is what the nurses should do. Nurse should perform self care measures for the patient, and also she should compensate for self care limitations for the patients or the limitations of the patients, and she should assist patients as according to the required. Okay, this is the nurses action which was done in the partly compensatory system. Then let's see what are the patient's actions under the partly compensatory system. Like here the patient may perform some self-care measures. Yes, they are going to meet the some type of the self-care requisites, and the patient may regulate self-care agencies, and sometimes the patient may accept care and assistance from the nurse. Even though they are going to perform some type of the self-care requisites, but they need help from the nurse to meet such kind of the other needs. Got it? This is the second second system of nursing system, that is the partly compensatory system. Then coming to the third one, here third one, supportive educative system. Like if in this system the patient can meet all the self-care requisites, but he or she needs especially helping in the decision making, behavior control, or the knowledge acquisition. The nurse's role, there are the especially the nurse's role will be present over in this system to promote the patient as a self-care agent, like a teacher or the consultant. So here to educate, to give support means there should be the two roles. The nurse should play the different roles, that are the teacher role and the consultant role. Let's see what are the nurses action coming under the supportive educative system. That is she must regulate the exercise, and she must develop the self-care agency. Okay, these are the nurses actions of supportive educative system. Coming to the patient action is only the one action, that is the accomplishes self-care. So here accomplishing the self-care by the patient. Got it? These are the three systems that which will be performed under the theory of nursing system. Then let's see Orum's theory and the nursing process. So here the Orum has been identified. The Orum has been identified regarding the like general theory of nursing, developmental theory, goals of the nursing, self-care agency, self-care deficit, and the nursing system. So here also she has identified the nursing processes. Orum's approach, especially to the nursing process, presents here different types of the methods to determine the self-care deficiency. Then to define the roles of a person, and also defining the roles of the nurse, especially for the meeting the self-care demands. The steps within the approach are considered especially to be the technical component of nursing process. So in this Orum's theory and nursing process, the like what these Orum she has emphasized that technological component that must be coordinated with the interpersonal and the social processes. So to establish this nursing process, there must be interpersonal relationship, and also the social process should be there within the nursing situation. Okay, then here this nursing process, okay, nursing process especially it presents a method to determine the self-care deficits, and then to define the roles of a person, and not only here defining the roles of the person, and also defining the roles of the nurse, especially for the to meet the needs, to meet the self-care demands. Okay, here there is a comparison of Orum's nursing process and the general nursing process. General nursing process, what we are having: assessment, nursing diagnosis, planning, rational, implementation, and evaluation. So these are the nursing process, general nursing process. Okay, then let's see Orum's nursing process. Orum's nursing process is, there are the only three steps, that is the diagnosis. There are the only three processes, that is the diagnosis and the prescription, and second one is the design of nursing system, third one is the production and the management of nursing system. So here diagnosis and the prescription means it determines why nursing is needed, like analyzing and interpreting like making judgment regarding the care, diagnosis and the prescription. Designing of nursing system means that will be planned for a delivery of care, and after the delivery of the care, then automatically the management of the nursing system will be working over the care or over the system or the management. Okay, then there are the majorly 5 steps which were included under the which were coming under the nursing process, Orum's nursing process. First one is the step 1. So step 1, we have in the step 1 we have to collect the data, means the person's health status and the physician's perspective of a person's health status, and also the person's perspective of his or health or her health and health goals within the context of different types of the life history and the lifestyle and the health status, person's requirements of the self-care and the person's capacity to perform the self-care. So these all are we have to collect, we have to follow in the step 1, means collecting the overall data regarding the person. That is the step 1. Coming to the step 2, nursing designs and the system, means that is only or the partly compensatory or the supportive education. Either the 3 systems may working out in this step 2. The 2 actions were there, that is bringing out a good organization of the components of patient therapeutic self-care demands, and also the selection of combination of the ways. So here the ways will be selected by the person, means nurse, helping that will be effective and efficient in the compensative or overcoming patient self-care deficits. Okay, that is the step 2. Coming to the step 3, that is nurse assist the patients or family in self-care. Yes, in this step the nurse especially assisting the patient or family for achieving the self-care, mainly to achieve identified and described health and the health related results, collecting evidences in evaluating results or achieved against results that will be specified in the nursing system designs. Okay, then step 4 is an actions or directed. Yes, automatically after the nurse assisting the patient or the family care, then automatically the actions were directed by the exact etiology and the components of the nursing diagnosis. And the last one, evaluation. Got it? This evaluation means like evaluating the patients, evaluating the outcome. Okay, these are the 5 steps which will be coming under the Orum's nursing process. Okay, so here see, this is the schematic conceptual framework of the Orum self-care theory. So here self-care agency, nursing agency, self-care demands. So open overall conditioning factors. So here overall conditioning factors will be there. So whatever we have discussed the steps in the first framework, that is self-care agency, self-care agency, and like in the here nursing agency and the self-care demands. Okay, and also nurses action. Okay, here we have discussed the 3 types of systems: only compensatory system, partially compensatory system, and supportive. See here in nurses action, what the nurse is going to do: accomplish the patient's care, therapeutic self-care, compensates for the patient's inability to engage in self-care, and the support and the protective patient. Then coming to the nurses action, so here in partly and the supportive there are the 2 action. So in the only compensatory, only one nurse action should be performed. So here there are the 2 actions that should be performed by the nurse and that should be performed by the patient. Okay, here see what are the nurses action: performing some self-care measures for the patient, compensate for the self-care limitations for the patient, and assisting the patients as required. And coming to the patient action, some performing some self-care measures, regulates the self-care agencies, and also the regulates the acceptance for the care and the assistance from the nurse. And so these all are the both nurses and the patient actions in the partly compensatory system. And the last one, supportive educative system, that is accomplishing the self-care and the regulating the self exercises and the self-care agencies. Got it? So this is the overall theory, self-care deficit theory of nursing by Dorothea Orum. Okay, we have been discussed regarding the biographical sketch of theories and the awards and the honors, developmental theory, development of this theory, domain concepts. Under the domain concept there are the 4 concept: person, environment, health, and the nursing, and major assumptions and goals of the nursing we have discussed, and we have been also discussed that according to the Orum's theory, the person is the recipient, and the learning development, force of nature, and major assumptions. There are the majorly 5 assumptions. And Orum's general theory of nursing we have been discussed regarding the 3 theories, that is the self-care theory, self-care deficient theory, theory of nursing system. So under the each theory, each system, we have been discussed each and every system, and at last we have also been discussed, that is like a theory of nursing process comparison. We have also seen the comparison between the general nursing process and the Orum's nursing process. Orum nursing process only, there are the 3 majorly 3 processes and the 5 steps. But in our general nursing process, we are having the like assessment, nursing diagnosis, plans with scientific rationale, and implementation and the evaluation. And we have also seen the schematic conceptual framework of the Orum's theory. Okay, got it? And this is the classification of the nursing system. So we have seen the 3 types of the system: wholly compensatory, partly compensatory, and the supportive compensatory. Okay, stay home, stay safe. Thank you one and all.